Sup guys, we're in Grozny. The name of the city is translated as threatening, so I guess this is the best place to shoot a test drive of the most threatening automobile in the world. The car that challenges the nature itself. And that's another reason why we decided to test this car. A threatening car in a threatening city. You're watching T3, and this is the Bugatti Chiron1.
Я катаюсь по своей хате на Bugatti Chiron1 по-другому не могу назвать. Он в комнате парень, и в моей хате 25.
What you have to know about this particular car is that this is the first Bugatti Chiron in all Russian Federation. No one else owns it so far. But even if they will never be same exclusive. They will be second, third and fourth. And this car will always remain the first. So get comfortable, fasten your seatbelts, and get ready to fly into the horizon. This automobile was named after Louis Alexander Chiron, a racer who raced for Bugatti since 1928 till 1958, and this Bugatti Chiron's got tires that were specially designed for this automobile by Michelin. And as you may have guessed, the main feature of these tires is that they're actually able to survive 5,000 Newton-meter of torque. But even these tires aren't able to withstand a continuous race at the speed of 260 miles per hour and faster. If you ever try to floor it and drive at the speed of 260 miles per hour all the time, this car will eat 100 liters of fuel in 9 minutes, which is the full capacity of its fuel tank. From its top speed, which is 260 miles per hour, this car is gonna be stopped by carbon ceramic brake discs that are 420 millimeters in the front and 400 millimeters in the back. My Cullinan's got 440 and 420, and my BMW's got the same brake discs as this Chiron. Perhaps in the back it may have 380. So at least here we're equal with the Bugatti. Though wait a second, I forgot about this pop-up spoiler that raises when you hit the brakes, and it looks awesome. I need one of these for my BMW. When they've been testing this car in the air pipe, it stayed there for more than 300 hours. It's more than 10 days. These guys from Bugatti are crazy. From 0 to 260 miles per hour and back to the full stop, it takes it 41 seconds. I've been driving this car for 2 days in a row already. I'm driving in Grozny City, I'm driving out of Grozny City, everywhere. And the main thing I want to tell you guys is that I'm not tired. I'm driving it for the whole day, and the roads are not always perfectly smooth. By the way, the most common question: how much fuel does it take? You can ride it around 70 miles on a gallon. Ahmad, power! I remember in Europe this car used to cost €2.5 million back in 2016, I guess, when it was actually presented, and at that time the price for this car seemed like an unbelievable amount of money, same as it seems today actually. However, looking at this car today, looking at this interior, nothing here looks old, even though this car was made almost 7 years ago. Here I'm sitting here looking at everything, but nothing reminds me of it. For me, this interior looks like the most perfect in the world. I'm in love with this car, and also like this little thing. Damn how I like it. Everything looks so powerful. It's so stylish and so masculine. Damn. Without a doubt, this is the best automobile of this and perhaps even the next century. No electric car is ever able to replace this, just listen to it. The official numbers of this car is 2.5 seconds to 60 under ideal conditions. And don't worry, we're about to check and test whether that's true or not. However, I don't really care, because I'm already in love with this automobile. It's amazing. And honestly, I absolutely don't care about the numbers we're going to get. The only thing I care about is the way I feel myself inside of it, and what emotions this car evokes. Everything I care about is the tactical sensations and the sounds this car presents. Everything I care about is how I feel when I touch this automobile. And that's the only thing that matters. That's very similar to the feeling I had with the Ford GT. But 10 times cooler, simply because a Ford GT is a piece of rubbish with a 3-liter engine comparing to this car. 3 liters, seriously? That's just a bottle of milk, while this car is a piece of art. This car is about engineering and philosophy and the life itself. Let's try to floor it without any launch control to begin with. No way! Jesus Christ, I've got goosebumps. Look, check this out. Do you see it? It's 33 degrees Celsius from the outside. It's simply impossible to describe my excitement about this car. By the way, that was the Bugatti mode. Yeah, like this. From now on, I absolutely adore this car. I'm officially in love with it. So the best result with the launch control, and keep in mind that it's 35 degrees Celsius from the outside. So it's 283, 0 to 60, 384, from 60 to 124, and at 667, 0 to 124. The acceleration after 60 defies explanation. This car feels insane. From 124 to 155 is 337. It happened so that the first Bugatti I've driven was the Bugatti Chiron1, then I tried the Bugatti Divo, and now I'm finally driving this Chiron. And I feel the difference and the progress between the Chiron and the Chiron, but the Divo is actually no different from this automobile. It's just the richest configuration of this car that costs $11 million. It's just a rare and exclusive modification of it that looks a little bit different, but it's not any cooler. If I ever buy such an automobile, and I will buy such an automobile for sure, sooner or later, but one day I will, and that day you're gonna see a new video on our channel entitled I've bought myself a Chiron, and I know it costs $5 million, but one day I'm gonna earn it and buy myself this car. Yes, I'm a crazy guy, but you already know it. I'm a psycho, and I'm gonna buy it. For all these years while I'm shooting test drives, I put this car in the first place among all of the cars, without a doubt, because this car is a pure balance between the acceleration and the braking, finally, between design and steering, between the style, the quality, and even the price. That's right, you heard me well, cause if you ask me whether I'm ready to give away $5 million for this car, this is the exact case when I am. And the most funniest thing is that I cannot say this car was made for sport, cause this is not a sports car. I know how it sounds and that may surprise you, but this is just a very powerful and very fast and very expensive, by the way, and coolest car for a weekend. It's incredible. It's so enjoyable to drive it. Every single cornering is a pleasure. The way it holds the road in a turn and the way it steers turns it into a perfect toy. And this car doesn't make me feel like I have to put on a racing helmet or that I have to strain and sit here concentrated all the way. I'm relaxed and I'm enjoying it. And also this car's got a very unique suspension. It's different from all that Ferraris and Lamborghinis and all the rest, because this car doesn't make you feel like you're sitting up on a wooden stool. Like in a racing car, there's nothing of that kind. It feels like you're driving a very expensive and comfortable and luxurious automobile. And just listen to that sound, check it out, I really want you to hear that. This doesn't sound like anything other in the world. I would compare this car to the McLaren Senna, but more self-confident with all the best options and the most perfect noise insulation possible. Senna felt like you were driving some insane cardboard box that resonates all the sounds in the world, but not here. Here you've got the conditioner and the music and everything you may possibly need. All you have to know about this car is that it's called Bugatti, and it's got 500 kilometers per hour on its dashboard, and it's yours. This is so frustrating, no one builds such cars here. God, it's devastating me so much. And I know it hurts when some electric scrap without a soul, like Porsche Taycan, accelerates from 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. Well, this car is a symphony of sounds, philosophy and engineering, but nevertheless the main point of this car is not the starting acceleration, but the further acceleration from 60 miles per hour. This automobile gets to 120 miles per hour almost same fast. Just think about it, starting from 2000 RPM, 1600 foot-pounds of torque is already available. 1,600. Come on! This is so awesome! 250! 290! Even my eyes turned wet. Check this out. It showed me 250 kilometers per hour, but this car accelerates so fast that the next second I looked at the dashboard to say 290, it was already above 300. That's around 190 miles per hour. But the most funny thing is that I stepped on the gas pedal like 50%, and I was not ready to that. That was quite surprising. This car is a piece of art, the way it accelerates, and the way these turbines start blowing. It's just, please give me some more of it. It accelerates from 120 miles per hour, same fast as it accelerates from 0. Look what's going on at this speed. It's 100 miles per hour and it says it wants 3.4 in the back, but we've got 3 sharp. But pay your attention, if I slow down a little bit, these orange numbers will disappear. You see? It wants different tire pressure for higher speeds, and as soon as I start accelerating, it shows me it doesn't like the pressure in the front. Because this car was made for fast driving, and this car is smart. And it knows how to deal with the speed and how to behave itself. And please don't even start talking about some Koenigsegg or some Ford GT. I beg you, forget about it. No other car is able to compare with it. This car is a godfather of all roads? Cars. I mean, sports cars, supercars, at least for me. From now on, I officially recognize this car as the best in the world. And I'm pretty sure that not a single electric car would ever be able to replace what this car is able to provide. It's just impossible. This automobile has absolutely no analogs in the world. This car is so uncompromising and so damn cool that it can't be compared to any other. The cooling system of this automobile pumps around 800 liters of fluid in only 1 minute, and also 60,000 liters of air. It's unbelievable and incredible combination, because it's comfortable, it's impossible to bore you, and it's such a cokehead at the same time, and still it's able to punch your teeth out of your mouth any second. This car is like Mike Tyson punching into your head. I wish you could feel this 1600 horsepower through the video, but hopefully this fact may help you. When you sit behind the steering wheel, the first thing you see on the dashboard is the speedometer marked to 500 kilometers per hour. That's 310 miles per hour. Jesus, why not 1,000, God bless you? The only thing I could claim against in this car is the way the transmission works. And yes, of course, this transmission is way better than the one they used to put on a Chiron like ages ago, I guess. This one feels like more pulled together, more synchronized. Don't get me wrong, it does its thing with all of its clutches. It's a good automatic transmission, but to be honest, it's the same as the BMW's SMG. And once again, I did not like the Chiron. And if you wonder why, you can watch that video on our channel. But the main point was that it turned to be not what I expected. I expected it to be different. Because from the car that cost 1.7 million bucks, I expect more. And of course that's my personal opinion, but nevertheless I expected it to be more aggressive. I expected it to be more powerful. And also I expected it to be able to show that numbers developers claimed it can accelerate for. But after I tested like 20 fastest exotic cars, sport cars, racing cars, I understood that all of them are liars. That almost all of these car brands simply take these numbers out of nowhere. They make it up, but the main thing is that when you believe these numbers, you start comparing these cars. And since one car is less expensive but its numbers are better, you believe the car is better. But no, it's not working like this at all. This automobile is the absolute top of all the car industry. And they don't bother how much money they would spend on building such an automobile. The only thing that matters is to make it the best in the world. And they actually did it, this is it. And I'm really wondering what's gonna happen next in the car industry. But for now, this is the best automobile I have ever driven in my life. Driving this car on the Serpentine is unbelievably amazing. When you start cornering on some beautiful winding road, at first you don't even expect it to be so steerable. But it's not just steerable, it bites into the asphalt, as if it was made exclusively for this. You've got everything with a margin. No matter how sharp the corner is or how fast you drive, it always can do more. So this automobile has set a new goal before me, and one day I will get to the next level. Unexpectedly, this test drive became fateful, and same thing had already happened to me. Several years ago, I was standing near someone's Rolls-Royce Cullinan, thinking, how am I supposed to get it? But I was determined to prevail, and now I have it. And my Cullinan is one of the best in the world, and it's one of the fastest in the world, by the way. And today, here, in Grozny, I found another goal. I want such a car, and I'm gonna be striving to get it, and I'll do everything to get it. And I want to wish all of you guys to set goals for yourself, the most incredible goals, and always reach them. Thank you. See you later. And remember, the higher you set the bar, the higher level you will achieve in the future. Strive, move, never give up, 'cause I believe in you. Good luck.